Thursday, February 12th is today, 2026. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. There are so many avoidable events that are about to start unfolding in Nigeria. These events are avoidable, but I think Nigerians refuse to understand what we have been saying since. Nigerians refuse to understand what is ahead. Now, what am I talking about? After the, plan enabling of terrorism on Meeti and that group, the Fulani militia, Kwakwanso, and other 10 names that are about to follow the list. 10 names that are about to follow the list. They are currently strategic meetings by the powers that be in Nigeria, by the people who have been keeping Nigeria warm. Let me put it in this way so that you will understand what I'm saying. Now, the strategic meeting is how to make sure that the U.S. intention, the U.S. The U.S. interest in Nigeria will not have effect. That is the strategic meeting going on now. And most of these people are former military head of states and some other, top powerful clerics in this country. Now, this thing that this move that U.S. is taking, it is dangerous for some people and it is very good for some people. Now, most people from the northern Nigeria, I see so many of them are posting that United States is attacking their religion. United States is now attacking Sharia. But US did not deny attacking Sharia. Yes, in that bill that is before the Congress now, they specifically mention that Sharia is part of the problem. And that's faith in law, that you've got to cancel it, and of which the people of the Northern Muslims, they don't want to hear that. Like, you don't have to say something like that out at all. Now, pay attention. This is what I want to say. This thing, as I said before, is avoidable. Why is it that some people who are practicing Sharia are living in a country with other people? When I mean Sharia, it's not Sharia because of marriage. No. This is practically extremism. Extremism. Any level of Sharia that goes ahead and kill people of opposite religion, that empowers terrorists, that empower people to kill people because of their religion, that level of Sharia is terrorism. You can't try that in Kenya. There is Sharia in Kenya, but it's just for marriage. There is Sharia in Russia. You can't try it. You can't mess around in Russia, but it's just for marriage. Just like the way people go and do marriage, Christian marriage. That is only permittable Sharia, something that could be allowed in a secular state. We have been saying one thing, that Nigeria should be divided. Nigeria should be separated in different ideas, regions, cultures, values. Like, let partitioning take place. But anytime you mention this, anytime you bring this concept out, they look at you like someone who is not serious about the progress of Nigeria. Little do they know that we are the most serious people about the progress of Africa, the progress of black people, the progress of humanity. Because we understand the problem with Africans, black Africans. We know the problem. The problem is that there is still fight of conquer, not from the Europeans, not from the Arab again, but within ourselves. They sold religion to some, in fact, almost the whole country in Africa, religion was sold to neither Christianity or Islam. But taking that religion to that level, that it becomes extreme, is something that is dangerous. That is what is breeding terrorism in Africa, in West Africa. In my yesterday video, I made mention of 3 planes that landed in Mali territory in Sahara Desert. Drones, ammunition that they carry, some of them were pushed to Burkina Faso, some of them were pushed to Mali, some of them were pushed to Nigeria. And I complain about the route the Nigerian government opened in Niger State with Cotonou. That place is the place terrorists have been using right from time. If you have been following me, I've made this video about 8 months ago. They are not supposed to open that route. And it's supposed to be like military is supposed to block there. You understand? Now, as I speak to you, yesterday, many people, were sent to exile by these extremists in Burkina Faso. You understand? That is just after 1 week, this plane delivered weapons. Like, there is a power, a global power pushing for this Islamization in West Africa. So we suggested that despite they are still Christians in most of these Sharia states, that we should divide. People say, no, if you divide this country, that the northern Christians are going to suffer. Let me ask you, where were the northern Christians? Where those states, when those states were put into Sharia states? Those states were put into Sharia states, and Sharia law were passed in those states. Christians were there, right? So when you are saying that, oh, because Christians are there, Nigeria should not be divided, you don't understand how Islamization is. Ethnic cleansing will take place. Like, they will erase you. I understand that US want to fight this before they will go on and, talk about division. They want to fight this terrorism first. But how successful are they going to fight this terrorism? How successful? That is another question. How successful? This issue now, the North is already boiling. Oh, the North is already boiling. Why Kwakwanso? Why this? Why Meiti and that? Why Fulani group? Like, they are not accepting this. And guess what? US is not backing down on this. So where do we go? Little by little, till few months, up to 1 year to come, tension will start arising in Nigeria. You will start hearing, I want to leave Nigeria. I want to leave Nigeria. We want to leave Nigeria. We don't want Nigeria again. Mark this thing. We don't want Nigeria again. That is what you will start hearing very soon. We don't need Nigeria again. We don't want Nigeria again. Then we have to separate. We need our own country again. That is what you will start hearing very soon. I understand the kind of meeting that is currently going on now. So US stepping in is a very dangerous something, as I said before, to some people. And it's also a good thing for some people. Now, the last thing I'm going to say in this brief video is that we are not supposed to be doing the service to ourselves. We are doing the service to ourselves. We are not supposed to be one. The ideology is not one. You understand? So what we are supposed to be doing right now is trying to be in our own separate places so that people who want to practice Sharia can go and practice it. People who don't want to practice Sharia, no problem, go on your own separate way. But for you to say that you will keep on using terrorists as tool, you'll be using the terrorists as tool to push what you are pushing, you will be covering them, you'll be doing kidnapping, state kidnapping. These are not non-state actors, these are state actors against her citizen. So it's not going to go on like that. So I want people to think, I want people to understand actually that what is going on right now is, is a disservice to ourselves. We're supposed to have avoided this. And like, sometimes I feel emotional how people will feel very soon. I feel emotional about it. People are going to feel that, oh, US is against them. But US is not against them. US is just trying to make sure that the secularism about Nigeria will remain. And failure to do that will lead to them separating the country. So, because many things were not normal in this country. And up to now, many things are not normal. That is why people are feeling that US is against them. If things are normal in this country, tell me, what are we doing with Sharia law? What are we doing with all these things? So, this is the thing. I'm really feeling bad about all these things. The poor masses.
And the poor masses been brainwashed over many decades that, saying anything other than Nigeria, that means you're Igbo, and that means you're the problem of the country. So that it doesn't even cross their mind. I love Nigeria. This country will be great for 60 years. You're doing the same thing over and over and over. You're dying. It is mind blowing. I mean, and guess what? The colonizers love this. They love it. Do you know why?
Why?
They love single point access control. That's why they love the caliphate.
Yeah.
You want to just
they don't need all of you. They just need one man. If they can control that one man, they can control all of you.
That's it. That's why during the colonization era, they didn't like the East at all, because the East didn't have a centralized
leadership.
Who are you going to talk to? Are you going to talk to Ijol King? Are you going to talk to Uri King or Ikwere? Everybody is his own chief where he is, so it's kind of difficult, So, and then they introduced what they call warrant chief in the East, which is precursor of what you call Igwe today. It's not every
mm,
part of Igbo land that goes by Igwe.
mm,
Those are colonial representatives.
mm,
So it's a very, very difficult situation. They're gonna love it if the whole of Nigeria is gonna come under one umbrella of Nigeria Caliphate.
mm,
They're probably gonna call it New Africa Republic,
mm,
and then you're just gonna have a figurehead president, and then the Fulani Sultan is gonna be the end all be all. Um, I don't know. I don't know. The only solution is the mind of the people. If the people can understand that they are in a train called Nigeria, taking them straight to hell, straight
mm.
to annihilation, they better be hopping off that train really, really quick, because
Yeah.
there's no time. Because, like, I heard one of you guys said, Quara is pretty much gone. And the way these people do this is it's not like once you think that attack has stopped, if you think attack has stopped, that means they have planted people strategically to control
Mm,
that place.
yeah.
Yeah, if they used to attack a place repeatedly and all of a sudden it seemed like there's been a calm, that means important people
Mm,
have fled.
mm,
Anybody who's still there, especially after an election, is just a figurehead. So you're
mm,
gonna hear this Quara attack, boom, 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 and then like some like a calm. By
mm.
then, they will have planted people, and then they move on to another location.
Mm.
So, my brother, let's just
It is
I wouldn't
it is
say
well.
just pray. Praying doesn't is not enough. You just have to talk to people, try to convince them that Nigeria is their death sentence. The sooner everybody realize that, the better for everybody.
Anyone who do not listen and understand now, we understand tomorrow.
It's not even about anyone. It has to be a collective effort. You remember what I said last time, that you can't be fighting under Nigeria because Nigeria
Yeah.
is your killer. You can't be calling on the military. Where is the police? What? No, you have to go as a community. Either you are fighting as Bini people, either you're fighting as Igbo people. Igbo people is kind of too big. Let me just, like say Enugu people, especially there, you have to be collectively. But if you just there's no calling on Nigerian military because calling on Boko or Repentant Boko Haram pretty much.